Today we're going to do 10-minute shoulders. You're going to need a mat, some water, weights that are appropriate for you. We are going to be out in this motion, so you may need a couple different sets of weights, something heavier, something lighter, that's going to help you keep your form before everything else. We're going to go ahead and get started. So I want to open up the vascular system. If you've been with me for a while, you know we warm up 3 to 4 minutes to get things done. We open up the vascular system, and even though we're just doing shoulders today, doesn't mean we're not going to work other parts of the body with our warm-up. I want to get these arms moving. Remember, our shoulders are meant for range of motion. So we want them to not be hypermobile, to be strong. And so we need to be able to lift them up, lift things with them, and have nice range of motion without wearing out the ball and socket joint. And remember that our shoulders and our hips need to follow each other. So we want to also align our body properly. Just opening up those legs because they're big leg muscles. We want to burn some calories while we're lifting. It's not cardio, it's just a quick lift. Now, you can, opening up my back muscles too, you can add this to another 10-minute video. This playlist, go in the playlist, you'll see 10-minute workouts. There's stretch, there'll be breathing, there'll be yoga, and there'll be all different body parts. Really quick, 10 minutes. And you can then take these workouts and break them up through the day. If you're that person who's super busy, we only got time here, and then it might have a little bit more time here, and then it might have a little bit more time at the end of the day. So you can pull up a list, get it done, warm up, cool down, do the work in between, then go about your busy day. And that way you are being flexible and adaptable. What do we want to do? We want to move every day. We want to be varied in that movement. That's why there's a variety. You can marry them together. If you've got time for a 60-minute workout, go in our other playlist and do a couple of them that mix and match together. That way you're varied. You are always doing something different, and so you're not overtraining. And then if you're super busy and you need to be flexible and adaptable with yourself, but you want to keep moving forward on your wellness journey, this is going to come in handy for you, and that's why I'm making it. It's not that 10 minutes is going to change your life with movement, but every little bit matters. So movement matters all day long, and that's why I have these in there for those of you who's like, I can't get it done, so I'm not going to do it, right? We want to be wayfinders, and wayfinding means we try different things. And that may mean I can do a stretch in the morning. I can do a cardio at my lunch break. I can fit 10 minutes in and do that. And then I can do a lift or another yoga at the end of the day and get it done. And then mix and match them so that they're not the same. You're not overtraining. So that's what we do. Go ahead, squat down, keep your apple under your chin, and pick up your weights. We're going to start with a shoulder press. Now, if you are doing a lengthier workout, lift, and shoulders is part of it for the day, and you're short on time. Say you want to do a full body, but maybe you don't have 60 minutes to put into it. You should be doing shoulder press because it gets all 3 of the deltoid muscles, the anterior, the medial, and the posterior ones. So shoulder press would be the way to go. We're going to do 3 different formats of shoulder press. Then we're going to work into our anterior, our medial, and our posterior with 3 other exercises. And then I'm going to do a scapulae exercise for you, and then you're done. You can stretch it out and go home. So we want to make our goalpost. Notice that I'm splitting my stance because I'm working upper body. I want to keep my low back safe. I'm not there to spot you. And so I don't want any of this. That's not it. You're going to ground your feet down and grow roots And then we want weights that are appropriate for you. So you can hold your weights here in goalposts. It's not here, it's too heavy. It's not wonky weird here, too heavy. They should feel like you can hold them here in a perfectly goalpost. And then we're gonna lift up, push. Now I don't wanna hyperextend. I'm not pushing them behind me. I'm pushing right in front of me. So if I look up, I can see my weights and then bring it back down. All right, so find your form, get your water, have a sip, and then let's move. Here we go. Exhale, inhale. Last one. And bring the weights nice and close to your body. Now you may need to circle that out or rinse it out. It feels good actually. And give yourself a little bit of time in between. It's not really supersetting. It's just stretch it out in between. And then we go to the next one. The next one is shoulder press. So we're still working into all three muscles, but it's a baby pulse. So a little bit of movement, not full range. So goalpost and then pulse. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Then you can bring them close to your body and do the same thing. You could circle it around, range of motion. You could rinse it out. You could tap opposite shoulders and give it a little stretch. So you see that stretch in the muscle, and that works great. Get that other side, circle around, one way, two way, rinse it out, tap your shoulder, give it a little stretch. All right, we're back at it. Doing shoulder press again, this time isometric. So you're finding perfect form. Ground down, pull the pit of your belly in and up, grow tall, hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And then bring it down close to your body. Roll your shoulders, roll your elbows. Take that big circle, big breath up. You can take a side body stretch there if you need to, and then pull it to the back and open that up or tap, tap. All right, now we're going to be out in this plane of motion and this plane of motion. So this would be front lateral raise, side lateral raise. So anterior medial part of the deltoid. And we're going to get it done because it's quick. So we're not just doing 15 of these and 15 of these. We're going to be doing them simultaneously together and alternating. What you need are lighter weights if holding this out here is too much. The further the weight goes to the distal end of the body, the lighter you may need your weight until you build strength in your shoulders. However, you'll build that, and then when you can get to 15 and it feels heavy at the end, it's appropriate. If it's falling or you can't, or you're shooting your body up to lift it, it's too heavy, lighten it up. It's okay. Apple under the chin, split that stance. Exhale. Exhale, inhale. And done. So we want to get the posterior part of the muscle. And we can do that with a back fly. There are back fly machines in your gym. You can use that as well. I'm going to show you how to do this in a prone position, a tabletop position. So you're going to meet me on the floor. Okay. So I want to set my hips up. If you've been with me for a while and you've done shoulder workouts with me before, there's a lot in the playlist. You've done these already. And you can use a band if you need to use a band. Now, if leaning on your knees is too much, you can roll your mat up and make it a little bit more cushy. Or you can put a blanket down. Just make sure your hips are set up for you. You have an apple under your chin. You've pulled your abs in. And then I'm going to take a nice soft elbow and pull back and bring it down. Exhale, inhale. Shh. 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 And done. And then we just go to the other side. And again, you can do those same things. You may want to rinse it out. And yes, it's going to push into back muscles. It's going to push into rotator cuffs. So we want to make sure they're nice and healthy. If you need support with this, like your rotator cuff hurts you when you're pulling back there, right? I would suggest here, put pressure on it and then pull here. It's like when we do L press, we support the rotator cuff. So that's one thing that you can do. And you can do this standing as well. Just easier to get the push here. Breathe in, exhale out. Shh. 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 And then you're done. So shoulders are done. I'm going to do one more. It's a scapulae thing. So if you do have rotator cuff issues or some kind of labrum issue or moving your shoulder up and down like this, consider no weights or very light weights. We're going to do this standing up. This is something that you may have done in the past. Maybe you've done it as a rehabilitative movement. So I'm going to roll my shoulders back, stack the scapulae. Then I'm going to put my arms back to goalpost. And then I'm going to be a mover. I'm going to move them here and then move them up here. So it'll be down and then up. And then if you need to, you can add weights. If you're just learning this for the first time, no weights. Just get this motion in. It's really good for you, but we don't want to add weights until you're ready for the weights. So if you're using weights, squat down, split your stance, make your goalpost, drop them down, lift them up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Shh. Shh. Two more. Shh. Last one. Shh. And you are done. Put my weights down. Notice that I always keep my head above my heart and I don't drop it below because I don't want to get dizzy and fall over. And now we want to stretch those shoulders. So I'm just going to bring it in. And also consider that you're not putting your hand on your elbow tendon. I'm just going to give it a nice stretch. You may need to do lion's paw. Open and close your digits. You want to keep them moving and not stiff. You may need to then work into your wrist flexors and extensors, dorsiplantar flexion. Circle the wrist, that joint. You may need to work your elbow joint, extension and flexion. You may need to take the top of your hand, push it into the low back, reach over and pull your rotator cuffs forward and stretch the posterior part of the deltoid. That feels good. Round to the front, staying away from that elbow, opening and closing my digits. I'm going to keep them open and closed. We keep our hands really tight a lot of times. If you begin to just observe and notice your habits. You may do that. And then I may want to extend and flex my elbow. Bring it around, stretch out the anterior part, and then press open your pectorals that are connected. Everything connects. And then reach around, give yourself a hug. Take that big breath in. Exhale it away. Go in peace. Your shoulders are done. You've warmed up. You've done shoulder press, shoulder pulse, shoulder isometrics, front side lateral raises, back flies, and scarecrow. You're done. Shoulders are done for you. Don't forget, hit our button, like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you for the next 10 minutes. Bye.